Hello, welcome to Talk Sports, your home for elite of football insights, big match breakdowns, and viral football debates. I'm your host, Adi Abhishek, and today I will be diving into a jam-packed show from Arsenal's incredible defensive rush to shocking Premier League's sacking, ownership dramas, and rising stars lightening up Europe. Let's get into it. Starting with the team everybody's talking about right now, Arsenal. They are the toast to everybody. But before going straight into Arsenal, I also have with me in the studio, Yema all together. I will be doing justice to every sporting news around the world. Yeah, mate, good evening. Welcome to Talk Sports.
Good evening, Shagun. Good evening, viewers. So good to be back.
Yeah, it's always good to be back on Talk Sports. But before we go into the talk about Arsenal, let's start from the up front. We saw the news, the trading news about NFF and talking about the money, the grants got from FIFA. We saw the shambles of what they call the stadium built in Binikebi, and we saw the site of the one they said it's ongoing in what's it called in Delta. But
Delta,
$1.2 million, is it good? Is it enough to construct a mini stadium in Nigeria?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it should be. It's not a major, it's just a mini stadium. And it's just a testament to the fact that management, you know, how do we manage these things? How do we go about it? This. It's not as if Nigeria's amount is if FIFA. One of the things FIFA does is they actually weigh it. They know how much this thing is a worldwide market. You get these materials. They know how much it costs. They know how much that will be enough to build a mini stadium. And I think extras will also be on it for the 1.2 million.
Okay, and looking at what the pictures of the stadium we saw at that Binikebi, do you think the stadium was actually worth $1.2 million?
I don't think
because we saw the former NFF president, Majupini, come out to talk, and say that yes, they got $1.2 million for that stadium as far back as 2020, and the value of $1.2 million, according to him, as at then was merely 400 million naira.
Yeah, as at then, but at the same time, where as at 2020, if you get the funds, what did you do between 2020 and 2022? Because the skyrocketing of the dollar, I think it started 2023, 2020 to 2023. So what did you do in those 2 years? Yes, 2020 was a COVID year, 2021, but from 2021, what did you do? It is very important to note that because building a stadium is not rocket science. It's not as if it's a family project that you build for 10 years, 20 years. It's just a mini stadium.
We saw the finished work of that Binikebi. That is the finished work of the stadium submitted to FIFA as the complete FIFA standard artificial stadium. Yes, it does FIFA grants up to NFF. And if there's one to Nigeria,
I'm still waiting for what FIFA will say.
No, I think they said FIFA were okay with it. Was okay. FIFA was actually okay with it because they audited their accounts and they audited the process of building that stadium, and there was no fault in it from FIFA. So
was it the same FIFA that some officials were suspended?
I don't really know about that. But one thing is very certain from Nigerians, all they want is accountability from NFF, and it's also hard for the likes of EFCC to go pick up the NFF president because the NFF has the backing of FIFA. Yeah. Once the government bodies are interfering with the work, with the doings of NFF, there will surely be an hammer coming. So they have to be so very much careful in this situation. But it's one news that is currently trading, and it's one we are really hoping that NFF will come out tomorrow or one day very soon to drop the audit or explain to Nigerians how that stadium in Binikebi actually is actually worth $1.2 million. And don't calculate it with today's naira. Calculate it based on 2020 naira, which Amaju said was 400 million naira, which he believes that yes, that money was spent, graciously. That's what I'll say. Okay, going straight to a good news, and that has to be Arsenal. They are the most happy set of people around the world right now. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top, having considered just 2 goals since September. Ateta's backline looks impenetrable. The chemistry between Gabriel Saliba and the goalkeeper Raya has made them the most balanced side in the league. They didn't concede any goal in the whole of October. What exactly makes Arsenal defensive system so efficient this season?
I think it's about continuity. When you've seen a backline that played together year in, year out. The cohesion will start, the blending will start. You know, you don't really need to think too much before you know where your defending defender, your pairing defender is. You know, all those things, it comes naturally when you've played over time together. And I think they've gelled together. And to see how David Raya has come in good for them since last season, it's just a marriage made for us now.
Okay, yes, and where they'll be tested has to be during the winter congestion of December. Can their discipline at the back hold them through that of winter congestion?
Yeah, I think that winter is always winter. No matter how strong the defense is, it will get to a stage, most likely they will budge, but they should not just budge too much.
Okay, the record they are currently pursuing has to be 13 goals, which was considered the least number of goals considered in a season by Chelsea.
15 goals.
15 goals,
Yeah.
that was on 2024,
2004.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the season when Chelsea sets that record. Which Premier League team do you think is most capable of finally breaking that Arsenal defensive wall?
Yeah, I think that there are a whole lot of things that can break it. As far as I'm concerned, I think one of them, you agree with me or not, has to be Chelsea. Because one thing that Chelsea is doing this season is they are trying, at least they get a goal. Hardly will you see a game Chelsea has played this season without them
But they
scoring.
consider a lot of goals.
But they concede. But that's what
And
I'm
even
saying.
from
That
set
to
pieces.
yeah, to score a goal is not really an issue for them. It's about keeping it tight. And I think the manager foresaw it. Well, after Kobe went out injured, he kept saying it that the club needs to go out and get an experienced centre half. And look at how they've been shipping in goals. So it's not about them not scoring. I think one of the teams that has scored is Chelsea. And after Chelsea, I think Man City already got a goal. When Liverpool got a goal. And I think that they can still concede more.
Okay, let's see if Arsenal will be considered more goals than come this season in the EPL. They've considered just 3 goals in this season, and they're going to beat that record of 15 goals considered by Chelsea. And Peter Cech was the goalkeeper that season for Chelsea. Or that also Mourinho when Chelsea went on to win. I think it was 2023/2024 season. Yeah,
24 clean
sheets
sheets.
by the legendary Peter Cech, who is also one of the Hall of Famer in England, if I'm not mistaken. And while Arsenal are settling the defensive benchmark, another massive storyline just unfolded at Anfield. Straight to it, where Brian Mbeumo stunned Liverpool at Anfield with a decisive strike, and as Manchester United 9 years drought away from Liverpool. Amorim's tactics clicked perfectly on that day, and Mbeumo's energy changed the game. How significant is this result for Manchester United players and fans?
Yeah, I think that was the one before their last game against Brighton. And I think that result came good for them. One thing you want to build is consistency. You want to be on a roller coaster, and I think they've set the good foundation for that now. They are now currently, they've won 4 out of the last 5. They've won 3 at the bounce, and I think that they can just keep building on that, build the confidence of the team, mentally bring the players back to where they should be. And at the end of the day, I think Man U can have themselves to congratulate for it.
Okay, we've seen the criticism on the manager Ruben Amorim, but he has begun getting the results for Manchester United where it matters most. Do you think that patience from the board is actually paying off for them, or is it just having a lineup of easy fixtures for Manchester United?
I think that either it's easy or not. These are some of the fixtures they lost last season. We know what Brighton did to them last season. So I think that is a product of the players gradually gelling together. The new guys that came in, they are beginning to look good for the team, and the confidence in the team. And I think one thing that has affected Manchester United this season is mostly psychological. So I think that they found a way to break through mentally. And one of the examples I can cite is that Liverpool game. A Man U of before, once they considered that goal, they feel jittery. And this Manchester United went out and got another goal. Look at against Brighton. Considered 2 after the 3rd game. When saw last season 2 seasons ago, mostly they will be fidgeting and maybe end the game 3-3. They went out and got 4-2. Now that's the mental thing we are talking about. Your belief system. You keep believing, you keep playing for it.
Okay, and there's no talk about Manchester United without talking about the man who is currently in the form of his life, Brian Mbeumo. How can he become a long-term difference maker in United's front line?
Yeah, I think it can be. He's one of those players that you see that they are serious players. They don't joke around. They just want to kill the game off, kill it off. You know, those kind of Diego Costa attitude in front of goal. Just kill the game off. And look at that last goal against Brighton. That explains it all. He doesn't play around. And I think it will come good for Manchester United if they can have the best support cast around them.
Okay, yes, his country Cameroon will also be banking on that big man during the FIFA World Cup Africans playoff, which starts on November 13th. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing against the Gabon team on that day. Later at night on the 13th, Cameroon will also be playing against DR Congo. So it promises to be another interesting week of football on African soil. Straight away from Manchester United's resurgence to Wolf implosion. The story at Molios is cheers on and off the pitch. Wolverhampton are in turmoil, just 2 points from 9 games, and now unexpectedly, now an unexpected £400 million takeover bid from John Texel, a move that could reshape the club's future amid the financial instability and relegations of fears currently. Is this takeover a genuine lifeline or just a distraction from Wolves on-field disasters?
You know, one of the best league in the world to invest is the Premier League, where you get to make money, return on investment, and it is always lucrative to get a club in the Premier League. And when you see clubs, mostly they come for clubs that really having challenge. When Manchester United sold part of the shares, it was when they were actually on the downward trend. So I think that's what is happening to Wolves. So it is business. If the offer is sweet enough for the owners, they can take it.
We saw them against Chelsea. That was a scary game today out here.
Yeah.
I was in the studio and I was almost having my my tongue in my throat on that night. Although I'm not a Chelsea fan, but
we know you are.
emotions just come in sometimes. But still on Wolverhampton. Can a new investor truly fix the cultural and sporting problem on Wolverhampton this season?
I think they can. We've seen investors fix Newcastle, investors fix Chelsea, then investors fixed Man City. So it's about how much you are willing to give. And with that kind of takeover, I think it's something that it can come good for Wolverhampton.
So the problem at Wolverhampton, do you think it has to be it's really around the ownership issues, or just they are not having good players, or is it the manager? Where's the issue coming from?
I just think that sometimes in the season is like this, where the club, you can't really point out what is wrong. Look how they came back at Chelsea. Look how they came back to Burnley and they still lost. So it means that the team is not as if they are bad. Something is just not clicking. And I think that if the manager can just get to lay his hands on it, I think Wolves will be better off.
Okay, lastly on Wolverhampton, what happens when ownership politics starts affecting the dressing room? We saw that happen at Nottingham Forest, and it seems to also be affecting Wolverhampton this season.
Yeah, you cannot take away politics from football. It is a marriage that you can't separate. So you just have to be. You see, in football, there's always an iota of luck. Because now, as a fan, you don't have a power over what happens in that boardroom. And it's very important. Now, look at it. Yes, they recruited, but have they recruited enough? And I think the board has done well, because for them to keep a hold of Larsen, it means that they have intention to do something this season, because the offer came in for Larsen from Newcastle and they were willing to pay very well, and they still held on to him and brought in Tolu Arokodare from the Belgian league, which was the highest scorer in that league. So it shows a signing of intent that they really want to compete. And I think that over time, I think like Nottingham Forest did when they came back to the league, struggling rock bottom, and they found their way back up.
Okay, as I'm talking about Wolverhampton, we hope to see what really happens as they are currently fighting for survival. Nottingham Forest just make a shock managerial call after they sacked them. Ange Postecoglou, they got themselves Sean Dyche. I do think that's actually a better replacement to Angel.
Yeah, I think looking at the utensils, the players, the tools they have at hand, I think it's better to go for a defensively arranged
Minded
coach like
coach.
Sean Dyche than an attacking minded coach like Ang.
But to be exactly looking at Nuno Espirito struggling at what's it called, West
West
Ham,
Ham.
it's not looking like both West Ham, sorry, both Nuno and Nottingham Forest. Probably that was a marriage made in heaven.
I think yeah, it was made in heaven, but you can't really put it on no what is happening in West Ham. West Ham failed to recruit. They lost some key players and they lost this midfielder to Fenerbahce. They lost Mohamed Kudus and they didn't really replace those guys.
And they almost it's looking like possibly the possibility of losing Paqueta come
Paqueta
January
also.
is really high right
Yeah,
now.
really high. So you have to look at it. Though they want to balance their books, but at the same time, you just have to play football. If you don't want to get relegated in the Premier League, you can get relegated real fast, real fast. You know, Sunderland can only explain further.
Okay, yes, and in one of the shortest managerial stints ever, Ange Postecoglou has been shown the door after just 39 days, 8 games, no win. Forest have pulled the plug really fast on the Greek man there. Was Nottingham Forest right to act so quickly, or should they have shown more patience?
You know, one thing is this: when results are going bad like that, you don't think about the coach alone. You look at the body language of the players, because okay, you know, when it got sacked, no got sacked. We spoke here, and I was like, see, I don't envy the next coach because these guys love the manager that was there before, so he will take the hit. They might not play for him, which is you see Nottingham Forest holding it down, 9 minutes. They just lost everything. You know, these things, you know, footballers can be very funny.
And Nottingham Forest also lost players who I think they didn't really, replace back in that. We saw Elanga make that move to Newcastle. Though even Elanga seems to be struggling at Newcastle to me.
But they
lost Olaino to a long-term injury.
He will be back in
yeah,
December.
He should be back December.
But they also brought in Ondoye. They brought in Zichenko also and some other guys. So I think that they've done justice to recruitment. I just think that is that relationship between Nuno and the Greek owner that didn't really mesh up together, that they had to go their separate ways. And I think I don't envy Ange. He's just one man that just...
Ange might be making a quick return back to football, maybe probably joining his former team Celtic in the Scottish
now that
Scottish League. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers has also been... did he resign or was sacked? Okay, I think it has to be mutual consent. Okay, we know how it happens.
Out of respect.
Okay, what does this say is about Premier League managerial culture today? Seems a lot of clubs are not really that patient with their managers.
Yeah, it's football. You know, football is like a wave. You know, there was a time defensive arrangement was Mourinho. There was a time Guardiola came with the tiki-taka playing from the back. Now you see that managers are beginning to switch away from the play from the back. So it's about times and seasons. So right now it's about, shop-changing managers. Hire, fire till you get it right. So it is one of those things that has worked for Real Madrid. It worked for Chelsea. It has worked for Barcelona because Barcelona too has been hiring and firing. So when you see any club that really wants to do well, they hire and fire most times.
Okay, that is it. Well, let's switch to something more positive. A surprise up story from the South Coast where Bournemouth are really flying high this season. Antoine Semenyo has been sensational this season. 6 goals in 7 matches and now diving Bournemouth into the top 4 contention. Big clubs are cycling with bids reported reaching £75 million for the Ghanaian international. What's really behind Semenyo's solid transformation since last season?
No, since last season, he has just been that guy that has decided to carry the team on their shoulder. I think what happened to him can be likened to what happened to Ademola Lookman. You know, players just surge and they just want to take up the responsibility and carry their team. And I think that's what Semenyo has done. And he kept improving. And there's one thing we have to mention is that it is easier to carry teams like Bournemouth when the pressure is not much, the eyes is not really on you, the attention is not really on you. When you miss 5 chances in a game, it just go like that. The games you now come in, they shout your name. But the games you play bad, they don't really crucify you. is different from when you now go to a team that they will crucify you. So I think that Semenyo has come good.
Okay.
We hope he can
If there's really a player I really respect or I really fear whenever he cuts in or find himself in the box and having his shooting position, it has to be Semeyo and Moises
Really.
Caicedo. Because whenever you watch them in training and the way they are always specific taking shots, shooting trainings, then you have to really be scared. Whenever Semeyo cuts in, I'm always scared of the end product of that ball. And it's really paying up for him because you know those sleepless nights, those time you go extreme to train yourself is what is really working the magic for the young man.
If you want to be a leader in the team, you have to put in the extra work. Now, for instance, I remember Amis Rodriguez of I think is it Colombia?
Colombia.
When he got signed on with big
To
money
Real
move to Real Madrid, he wanted
Even at
to
Bayern Munich,
surprise.
he actually flopped also.
He wanted to surprise. I think it was him. Yeah, I think he should be him. Wanted to surprise everybody, get to the training and met Cristiano Ronaldo already training. So Lionel Messi, when he got to Inter Miami, he got to training and he was the first to get there. I was like, wow, what's happening here? Because of the attitude, because of nurture. You can be talented, which is nature, but you need to nurture. So I think that for you to nurture, you have to put in the extra hours. You don't put the extra hours, you don't get the extra gains.
Okay, I'm talking about the extra hours being pulled by Bournemouth. Is it possible realistically? Can they get onto? Can Bournemouth realistically hold onto Semeyo if the Giants come calling? We've seen Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool all cycling around the Ghana international.
Yeah, I think that Bournemouth will find it difficult
to keep him.
And why I think so is that they couldn't hold Dean Hudson.
Yeah,
they couldn't hold this other Zach that went to PSG. Losing your two key centre backs. And they couldn't hold them down because when the right money came. If the right money comes for Semeyo, I don't think they will be able.
Who's this guy who made the move to Brentford? Is it what's it called? The Burkina Faso winger.
Yeah.
He also make the move to Brentford. But yes, looking at still on Semeyo, is it looking more like a hype or just a season wonder?
No, I think he has been consistent since last season and he has continued when he started. If you see the attitude, you will know that he's one hell of a player. But I don't now know if it will budge under pressure, because it's one thing to be talented, it's another thing to perform under intense pressure.
Okay, and moving forward, and speaking of stars leading their teams, one man stands at the heart of Arsenal's title charge. His name is Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is having a stellar campaign with Arsenal, decisive goals, relentless pressing, and maturity beyond his years. Arsenal haven't looked this ready to win the league in 2 decades. Wow. As Bukayo Saka officially become the face of Arsenal's new era?
One thing about Arsenal is that those squad they've grown, and one of the guys that grew up with them is also Bukayo Saka. We saw him start as a defender, evolve to become a striker, an attacker.
Yeah, we also started with Gareth Bale at Tottenham Hotspur. Started as a left back and just went out to be an explosive winger.
So it happens like that in football, and he has grown to be. He can be that face of Arsenal that can lead the line, and I think that is already even the face, because going forward.
Yeah, whenever you talk about Arsenal,
I think going forward, is Saka has been number one.
Okay, how has Arteta managed to protect and develop Bukayo Saka so effectively?
I think that you have to give Arteta a whole lot of praise. Because he has done a lot of coaching in that team. When he joined that team, Gabriel was not this Gabriel. We can begin to. Saka was not this Saka. Martinelli was not this Martinelli. He has done a lot of coaching on those guys and added some few talent. And I think that you have to give Arteta a lot of.
Do they have what it takes to win the league? Finally win the league this season?
I think if Arsenal does not win the league this season, Arteta should be gone.
Okay, and lastly on Arsenal, could fatigue or over-reliance on Bukayo Saka derail Arsenal title ambition later this season?
I don't think so, because they are not over-relying on Saka any longer. That was the story of last season. The story of this season is different. They brought in Madueke because of Saka.
But he's also out injured.
And Eze is there, he can deputize. There's also extra. They didn't let Trossard also go. So it's like, I think that their biggest signing, Arsenal this season, has to be that sport director, better, because he's looked at that squad and he has really brought in guys that they need, not just numbers. And Gabriel Jesus is still heart injured, and he can be a plus on the wings. It doesn't have to be number 9 for Arsenal. So the squad is rich enough.
Yeah, if there's one thing you can actually give it to Arsenal this season, it has to be the squad depth. It's really insane right there at the Emirates. We hope to see them this weekend, probably win or lose one game this season. Okay, straight up 3 wins in October, 0 goals conceded, and Ruben Amorim has been shortlisted for manager of the month. United identity looks restored with its present system and squad harmony improving weekly. What has been the key tactical shift since Ruben Amorim arrival?
I don't think it's about arrival. It's about now. Because he has been playing high pressing and has been losing a lot of games. He has come under a lot of fire, the heat and all. Well, look at it now. I think there's a mental shift from the players, and I think that now they are beginning to believe. They know that, see, it's one thing to say that there's an escape route. It's one thing to say that there's no other way out. You just have to do what you have to do, and I think that that's where Manchester United players are. They've now reserved their mind and say, okay, let us do this, and they are putting their mind into it. Yes.
Okay, next, are Manchester United genuinely turning a corner, or this is just a good run of form for them?
It's too early to say they are turning a corner. Before you can talk about Manchester United, maybe they've improved. It has to be the end of the season.
Wow, so we have to wait till the end of the
really
season.
gone into the well very deep. It's how deep you have gone that will determine how fast we say that we are coming out of it. And I think that you just have to give them time.
Okay, yes, so you just have to give Manchester United time to grow and come in better. Probably they can also get their hands on the big years. I'm talking about the Premier League title come end of the season. The season's still fresh. We're just going into match day 10, and everything is still open for every team who wants to win the league. And lastly, on Manchester United, and realistically lead United back into title contention this season, next season also.
I think that will be determined by the way they finish this season, because it's about building up per transfer window. When you play a little bit, you go and get what you need. Because now football, you can't really get everything at once because of FFP, so you cannot afford to be careless. So when you build to some extent, then you improve the squad. You keep improving till you get.
Okay, meanwhile, Arsenal next test could come from an unlikely challenger this weekend. Burnley young fullbacks who are really turning the heads straight at just 22. Burnley's Queen Deshi Atman ready as for assist this season. His fearless run and composure on the ball could cause a lot of trouble for Arsenal. Otherwise, perfect system. How big of a test is this matchup for Arsenal this weekend?
Yeah, I think that is not really big of a challenge for them. Crystal Palace was a tougher opponent. I think they should be, if you want to win the league, you should be at least
defeating teams like Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley. Even if you have to fight for it.
Okay. Could Atma be Burnley's breakout player of this year?
I think.
I don't forget it. They also have this South Africa striker, if I'm not mistaken, in that team.
In their team. I think that we'll still have to look at it in time, because
they also have what's it called, Ugochukwu in the middle of the park.
In the middle of the park, who is doing very well for them also. So I think that this season, let time test it and we'll see over time.
Okay, and lastly on Burnley, how the smaller clubs like Burnley nurture talents that big teams really overlooked. Okay, moving straight on. Speaking of rising star, another young gem is emerging quietly down at Brighton, 18 years old. Karalumpos Costolas, who scored his first senior goal against Manchester United. Brighton's track record with youth development continues, and this might be their next big exports. Yes, why does Brighton keep producing elite young talents year in after and year in year out?
what is team, their mission statement, what they are all about, how they've set up that club to be, is about making money. It's about so I think their recruitment team will be top.
Yeah, I saw the young man against what's it called, Arsenal in the Qarabag Cup, a fantastic player on his day. Could he follow in the footsteps of players like Mitoma or Caicedo or the likes of Baleba?
I think you can. If there's one environment for you to thrive, it is Brighton, one of them in the league, and to see that the pressure is not as much, so they can actually grow.
Okay, and finally at the top of the
Hello viewers, you're welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, is the Premier Sports Fan Center. Today on the menu is the UEFA Champions League. Yes, you guessed it right. The Blues are back, bigger and better. Maybe since they lost that game to I think Real Madrid about in the 2022 UEFA Champions League. So it's match day 4 in this season's UEFA Champions League. Yes, match day 4 it is, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it promises to be an exciting one. We also saw the drama that played out yesterday in those fixtures. My goodness, PSG was brought back to planet Earth yesterday by the Bavarians. Oh, not the Barbarians this time. They don't talk in thousands. They play and they show the stuff they are made up of. Yes, it's the money spinning UEFA Champions League on the menu, and it promises to be an exciting program tonight. Stay with me as I run solo, alone, and you can join me on the live chat, or maybe you can call in. Our phone numbers are on our screens right there, and yes, you see that it's going to be a very interesting evening of football right there. So Qarabag at home to Chelsea Football Club is this one, and the starting 11 right here for Chelsea. You see that George will be the one leading the night line tonight, and it's going to be an exciting evening of football. The early kickoff yesterday was something to ponder about. When Arsenal defeated Slavia Prague, but Napoli couldn't defeat Eintracht Frankfurt right there. So with the early kickoff tonight, be one that the bookies will celebrate. How will they open the book of Lamentation, like many of them did yesterday? As I dish it out to you back to back, as they ought, like my pigeon friends would say it. It is Chelsea attacking from right to left, while Qarabag we attack from left to right. The other fixture is Pafos at home to Villarreal. Villarreal is a team from Spain, one of those shining lights in La Liga last season, that made sure the rubber stamped their name in this season in the UEFA Champions League. And that's the Chelsea coach, Enzo Marasca is his name. And don't forget, my name still remains Afolayan Adeyemi. and I'll be your host for today, running solo in the absence of my partner, not in crime, but in the beautiful game of football right here. So it's the second minute of that encounter. It's Qarabag new, Chelsea now. Qarabag attacking with the ball. Oh, he had to turn back and set it back to his teammate right there. And yes, it's looking more like this game will be interesting. Not really based on what the names will say. And Qarabag send the ball straight to the middle. Cucurella marking there, and George trying to beat his marker. Oh, João Pedro wins the ball, but the referee says there's an infringement there of that encounter. Train taken quickly, set back. Matthews sends it forward for the run of Cardi. And let's see. Oh, Chelsea wins back possession right there. And it's Andre Santos who will play in. It's James who sent it forward for Esteval to chase. Oh, and Esteval couldn't get to that one. Kafak. Yes. 7th minute of that encounter. Fato looking for the run, was blocked off for a corner kick to Chelsea Football Club. Oh, that was a good pass from Jarato for the run of Marco Carella. And Marco Carella could. Jarato should be more careful in those situations. And Moises Caicedo has replaced Romeo Lavia, who has gone out injured. We don't know how far that will go, but it's better they don't stretch it and just maybe it will just be a slight knock at the end of the day. And we cross into the box, parried out by the goalkeeper, and a shot. Oh, the shot for the substitute Moises Caicedo kept rising and didn't go on target at the end of the day. So a goal kick to Qarabag at the 9th minute of that encounter. So Romeo Lavia has been withdrawn for Moises Caicedo in this one. Oh, we just hope that Romeo Lavia won't have to spend some time on the sideline again. It's not really the best seeing him go out injured again, because he has been one player that has struggled with injuries so far in his Chelsea journey right there. And ball forward, Qarabag wins a free kick right there. A foul from Gittins, it is, and I think that was a needless tackle on Cardi, the Qarabag player right there. Qarabag attacking down the left, across into the ball, but blocked by Rhys James and cleared out by Tosin, but not far away. Still Qarabag in dangerous area. Yes, you don't want to undermine or underestimate this Qarabag. They can really surprise you. Marco Carella sent the ball forward. Oh, chest down, and the referee says that's a free kick to Chelsea at this point in time. So it's still Chelsea nil, Qarabag nil at this point in that encounter. And this match is being played at Tofik Baramov Stadium in Baku, right there in Azerbaijan. Cross into the box, and João Pedro tries to win it, but Qarabag wins back possession at the end of the day. So that was good pressing from Chelsea that forced them. Munir couldn't keep that one in play, and Medina, I beg your pardon, and he has forced that throw-in to Chelsea Football Club. So let's see what will happen. And ball straight to João Pedro. João Pedro tries to play, drops it for the run of teammate, and the touch. Oh! How did Andre Santos miss that one? Oh my goodness. That was a clear-cut chance. Look at that movement. Dropped it for the run of his teammate. I think Tyron George right there, and Andre Santos couldn't do what was expected of him right there. So Cardi fouled again by Marco Carella, and it looks like this will be a tug of war between Cardi and Marco Carella in this encounter. Look at how he bashed on him, and he couldn't keep his pace up. And Qarabag attacking down the left. Zubia drops the ball down the left, and it's still Qarabag looking dangerous on the attack. Can they get one ahead of Chelsea this first half? Well, time has its way of answering all these things, and Chelsea wins back possession via Estevao, who tries to beat his marker. But hey, Medina was brought down by Estevao, and it will be a free kick to Qarabag at the 13th minute of that encounter. And why Beijing on Medina when he had already set the pass straight to the goalkeeper? I think Estevao can do better with those kinds of tackles. My goodness. And the Qarabag players trying to complain to the referee that that should be a penalty, and the referee says no. And that was Gerard Atto again. Look at that long ball forward. Why that short kind of pass? And I don't think that's going to be. I don't think that's a foul. I don't think so. I think that's not a foul. So rightfully so, the referee got it spot on, and game resumes. And Moses Casedo with the ball back to Tosin. Tosin Vessel sends it straight to Sanchez. Sanchez sends it forward. Marco Carella heads it down to João Pedro, and Andre Santos will set it straight for the run of Estevao, but the Qarabag left back right there caught that one and headed it straight out for a throw-in. So Chelsea, James set it straight to Atto. Atto straight to Marco Carella, who playing to Gittins. Gittins tries to run in, tries to beat his marker. Oh, drops it up for the run of George, but was intercepted by the Qarabag player right there. Cody with the ball right there, tries to pass it, but lost possession. Straight to Estevao, who play in Andre Santos. Andre Santos returns it back to Rhys James, straight to Moises Caicedo, to Atto straight to Gittins. Gittins, who try to take on, is always tries to cut into the middle, still with the ball. Tries to find Estevao down the right, but that was intercepted by the Qarabag player, and he sent the long one forward for his teammates right there. The long ball, and Qarabag with a chance, but intercepted by Atto. On-time interception by the Netherlands youngster Atto right there, and João Pedro with the ball right now. Straight to Marco Carella. Carella finds Moises Caicedo, and Tosin Adarabioyo in possession right now. And Chelsea looks to be growing into this game. And that's Chelsea on the attack. Andre Santos find Estevao. Estevao cuts and he shoots. And it's a goal! Estevao, the young Brazilian, has put Chelsea in front at the 17th minute of that encounter. What a way to go. Andre Santos setting up the assist, and you just have to love the finish right there. Look at that calm finish from the young Brazilian, and aren't we seeing the rise of another legend in the making? Estevao cuts back and he shoots while going down. And look at it. Pick the first touch, second touch, and the third, and the finish was a brilliant one. Set this the near post, and the keeper couldn't reach that one. Look at that first beautiful touch. Cuts back, yes, gets the space and put it down, and the keeper had no chance. Look at that one, and the goalkeeper had no chance. So Chelsea 1-0 up already in Baku, and 2 goals in 4 matches now for Estevao in the UEFA Champions League. Oh my goodness. I think 18 years plus or 19 years old right now. You just have to give it to him. He's really, really glowing like a young star that he is right there. And 18th minute of that encounter. Yes, every Chelsea fan can celebrate, at least for now. Because as a Chelsea fan, you don't know where these boys will take you to the next minute. But for now, you can celebrate because your team is 1-0 up in Baku. All importantly. And that's a free kick to Chelsea right there. That foul on Estevao right there. Oh no, the foul was on Andre Santos. I beg your pardon, not Estevao, right there. So Chelsea will start playing ball straight to Jared Atto. Returns it back to Sanchez. Oh, Sanchez set it straight to the opponent, who will attack with the ball in the box. Oh, and that was blocked off for a goal kick to Chelsea Football Club right there. And yes, the game is beginning to light up more. And it's going to be a goal kick to Chelsea at this point in time. So ball straight to Marco Carella down the left. What can he do? But set it forward for the run of Gittins, but he couldn't keep it in play. And that will be a throw-in to Qarabag at the 20th minute of this encounter. And you can join the conversation. Let us know what you feel, what you think in this encounter so far. Chelsea leading 1-0 for the Chelsea fans. Don't know how long they will live. Maybe it will be short-lived or so. You don't know. You can never say when it comes to this young lad. You know. And Marco Carella with the ball finds João Pedro. João Pedro will set it for the run of Estevao, but was intercepted by the Qarabag left back, and Estevao wins it back, still with the ball, drops it off for his teammate and straight. And George tries to play João Pedro on a straight 1-2. Estevao with the ball, returns it back to his James, straight to Caicedo to Atto, and Chelsea pressing right now. Gittins trying to attack with the ball, beats his marker, and a cross into the box, headed out by Medina. The Qarabag defender turns his marker straight to at the left right there. So it's the 22nd minute of that encounter. And Moises Caicedo returns it back to Tosin. Tosin straight to Andre Santos. Andre Santos to Estevao. Estevao. And the cross into the box. But there was too much weight on that one. And it will be a goal kick to Qarabag at the 22nd minute of that encounter. So game on in that one. A quick update. Chelsea leading 1-0 via that goal from Estevao, William Estevao. And Pafos and Villarreal are still 0-0 at the 23rd minute of that encounter. So let's see if we'll see more goals in this one. And Qarabag start building up from defense to attack, running into the middle. And Gittins, his marker gets past him and straight to the left and tries to control the ball, tries to attack with it, drops the pass forward. And Marco Carella clears this one. Oh my goodness. That was almost going to the back of the net. If any Qarabag player had touched that one and not Marco Carella. But play resumes and the train taken quickly. Yes, it's still Qarabag attacking right here. And that's an offside against Qarabag at this point in time. 24th minute approaching the 25th minute of that one. That is a clear offside, double offside actually, right there. The first ball was dropped. Oh my goodness. If not for Cucarella's clearance, I think that would have been a very easy tap home for the Qarabag player right there. The number 15 for Qarabag, Leandro, right there. And the ball straight to Gerald Atto. Atto straight to Joao Pedro. And Moises Caicedo straight to Reece James. And Chelsea trying to build up from defense to attack. Moises Caicedo straight to Joao Atto. Atto with the ball right now. Tries to link up with Jamie Gittins, but the pass was short. And there's something about Gerard Atto and short passes. Almost game in, game out. You keep seeing those reckless short passes. Those kind of passes was what got Chalobah sent off against Brighton, that Chelsea later lost that one 3-1. So play restart from Qarabag's free kick and Chelsea wins back possession. George with the ball right there, drops it off for the run of Gittins. Gittins with the ball and tries to beat his marker, and he passed the ball. Oh my goodness. Tyron George couldn't convert that one. And I think Gittins should have just gone at goal straight up. I think Gittins should have just gone at goal for that one. He should have just gone at goal. He should have just gone at goal. Honestly. It should have. It should have just gone at goal. Oh, the Qarabag player is still down receiving treatment right there. So the player is still down, looks like he's in serious pain. Maybe he has twisted his ankle as a product of that challenge from Marco Carella. That Marco Carella escaped without getting any caution from the referee right there. So play it a pause at the 28th minute of that encounter, and let's see if the player will be able to. It looks like he might not be able to continue for Qarabag. He might not be able to continue. Oh, Kade. Oh, I think it twisted his ankle. I think it twisted his ankle right there. And it's one of the shining lights, at least to some extent, for Qarabag in this encounter. So let's see how much of an impact withdrawing him will do to the Qarabag team. It looks like he's leaping and maybe ready to get back. Jesus Christ. And Gerardato lose that chance. And that is the equalizer. That is the equalizer. Even while Qarabag was one man down, and they got an equalizer. So it's Qarabag 1, Chelsea 1 in Baku. Look at the home fans celebrating. How on earth was Gerardato that careless? I think it was Gerardato. Let me be sure first before I pin this. Yeah, it's Gerardato. What was that? What is this? Oh, it was Gittins. Is it Gittins? Oh my goodness. Oof. So Leonardo makes it 1-1 Qarabag. So game on in that encounter. What a silly goal to concede right there. Gerardato has been careless. Really careless and sloppy in this encounter. So free kick to Qarabag. Half an hour gone in this encounter, and it's Qarabag 1, Chelsea 1. So there's a substitution. Adal is coming in for Kadi, who got injured. So they actually scored Chelsea with one man down. And Gittins on the grass holding his ankle. So let's see what happened there. Looks like a stamp on his uncle right there. And Gittins with the ball tries to lose possession right there. And Chelsea attacking with the ball right now. Finds Estevao down the right, who tries to beat his marker, runs into the box, drops the pass off, and the referee says it will be a goal kick to Qarabag at this point in time. Wow. What a day. What a day of football. What a day of football. So goal kick to Qarabag. Long ball forward. And Gerrard almost fumbled another tackle right there. And it's going to be a throw in to Qarabag at the 31st minute of that encounter. So, Qarabag 1, Chelsea 1, it is at this point in time, and it's Estevao who drew the first blood for Chelsea, and Leonardo equalized for Qarabag right there. So, Estevao wins possession but couldn't keep possession, and it's still Chelsea in possession. João Pedro with the ball right now, who finds Gittins, he turns it back to João Pedro, and still João Pedro with the ball for Chelsea. And that was a foul by Leonardo. And I think that's unnecessary. That's unnecessary foul. And Chelsea in the box. Hey, you need to question the attitude of the Chelsea players on the field of play. Unnecessarily just wasting chances on the field of play. I think headed out by Moises. And the referee says that will be a free kick to Qarabag. And it's been a balanced game so far. It has not been a smooth ride for Chelsea. And you can see Ato, one set of the defense right there. So Medina with the ball will send it straight to Kaf. And it's Qarabag. That could have looked like a second goal for Qarabag. That was a good chance. Look at that die. Pick the one, drop the pass at the right time. Sound good though, but he could do better than what he did at the end of the day. So 37 minutes of that encounter, Chelsea will start from the goal kick. Gerrard, another mistake from Gerrard. It seems Gerrard is the enemy. and Gerardato has conceded another penalty. uh, oh, that's a penalty. What? That's a penalty anywhere in the world. Oh my goodness. So, Gerardato, from bad to worse, uh, was responsible for the first goal and now has considered a needless penalty. Wow. And Qarabag makes it two from the penalty spot. And it sends the goalkeeper the wrong way right there. 2-1 it is for Qarabag right now. You don't know the Chelsea that will show up. That's why I kept saying it. Enjoy the lead while it lasts. Because these boys, you can't really trust them. Look at how Gerardato has decided to frustrate his teammates on the field of play. Careless defending, nightmare defending, and wow, Chelsea 2-1 down at the 39th minute of that encounter. Wow. That was a well-taken penalty. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And that's the way to finish. So it's Qarabag 2, Chelsea 1 at the 40th minute of that encounter. And I think the manager will now be regretting leaving a centre back on the bench and playing a left back as a centre back. Oh, Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Terrible, terrible game from Gerardato. Horrible game of football from the young lad. Uh, 41st minute of that encounter, Chelsea trailing 2-1. Courtesy Gerardato being the enemy within. Long ball forward, and Chelsea lost possession again. uh, it's obvious that Chelsea is fast becoming a developmental team rather than a competing team. You cannot eat your cake and have it. The new Chelsea hierarchy, they want to eat their cake and have it. And that is not really the best in the world of football. So Gerardato has been the enemy within in this encounter so far. And Sanchez with the ball right now, and Chelsea trailing 2-1, 43rd minute of that encounter. How fast things can change when Chelsea took the lead and Gittins won a throw-in right there. Marco Carella on the ball right now. Straight to Moises Caicedo, who finds his James, who is playing Estevao down the right. Returns it back to his James, and this Caicedo, who will find Gerardato, straight to Gittins. And Gittins returns it back to Gerardato. Ato straight to Moises Caicedo, who will find Tosin. Tosin straight to Andre and to Estevao again. Estevao with ball cuts back, and João Pedro lost possession right there. And that's a long ball forward for Duran to chase, and Duran with the ball cuts and a cross into the box, but to no man's land, and it will be a goal kick to Chelsea Football Club. So 44th minute of that encounter. It's Qarabag 2, Chelsea 1 in that encounter so far. And now Andre Santos is now on a yellow card. And this is what happens when there are too many inexperienced players on the field of play. They can hardly control what is going on. Look at that tackle for Andre Santos. Needless tackle. Long ball forward. Gittins couldn't keep it in play, throwing to Qarabag. And Chelsea looks like a shadow of themselves in this one. Trailing 2-1 at the 45th minute of that encounter. So I'm waiting for how many minutes the referee we had in this game so far. And 3 minutes additional time it will be at the stroke of half time right here. And João Pedro runs with the ball, finds Tyron George, who he tries to shoot, but his shot was blocked right there. Oh my goodness. And Marco Carella with the ball right now. Returns it back to Gittins, who will shoot. His shot was blocked off for a corner kick to Chelsea. Oh my goodness. Really, really terrible. First half, it has turned out to be for Chelsea. Those two serious errors from Gerardato has made this game very bad for Chelsea. Cross into the box, keeper parried it. And Andre Santos still with the ball. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Reece James want to take that throw. And Moses Caicedo with the ball, send a long pass forward. And Qarabag will win it, and we set a pass. It was won back by Chelsea. And Andre Santos with the ball right there finds Estevao down the right, who will try to beat his marker, cuts into the middle and drops it off for João Pedro. Caicedo straight to Gittins, beats his marker but lost possession. That will be a free kick, and at any time from now the referee should be ending this one. Rightfully so. The referee said he has had enough. He has had enough so far in this one. And it's Qarabag 2, Chelsea 1 at the end of the day right there. Oh my God. From leading to conceding 2 needless goals. And I think every other Chelsea player will be disappointed on Gerardo today. Careless, flat-footed. Honestly, the only slack you can cut him is the fact that he's only 19 years old or thereabout. But that doesn't make for his terrible and horrible showing today in the first half of this encounter. Because Chelsea might lose this all-important 3 points because of his carelessness. Oh my goodness. That is really, really something to talk about. So, the other fixtures, Pafos and Villarreal, new it is at halftime in that one. New it is at halftime in that one. So it's halftime in the early fixtures of the morning spinning UEFA Champions League. And Chelsea trailing 2-1, while Pafos right there is playing nil against Villarreal. Nil it is. Nil it is in Pafos, and you feel that At least you maybe Villarreal should have taken the lead, but it doesn't look like that in that one. So a quick readout of the stats. Qarabag had a whooping 1.24 expected goal ratio compared to 0.48 for Chelsea. Ball possession 38% to Qarabag and 62% to Chelsea. Total shot 5 to Qarabag, 6 to Chelsea. 2 shots on target, 1 shot on target for Chelsea. And look at this mistake again. What was Jarato doing? Oh, what was he doing right there? Oh my goodness, that was terrible defending from Jarato. Oh, another open arm in the box. Why raise your hand up there? Needless. So 2 big chances for Qarabag, 2 corner kick for Chelsea, none for Qarabag, and 1 yellow card for Chelsea. So it's really been a first half that I think it started on a bright note for the Chelsea fans when they took the lead, but you know, I kept saying it, enjoy it while it lasts, because it looks like these boys can win it, and it was as if I saw a vision, because they are currently now trailing 2-1 in that one. So let's see how far Chelsea can go today. And Man City is still on the menu tonight. Inter still on the menu. Leverkusen and FC Barcelona. Oh. Sweet game still coming up on the menu tonight. And yeah, you can always expect it to be mind-blowing and really a very long night of exciting football right there. Oh my goodness. And also Victor Osimhen will also still be in action tonight. Oh, you just want to watch and love that love the remaining fixtures in the Champions League today. But not to worry, there's still second half to come for Chelsea Football Club. If they can finally restore or save their face. But as far as I'm concerned, Gerardo should be out as early as the beginning of the second half. He has no business on that field again. today, because he has caused enough damage, and I think these kinds of games can really, really affect his mental health right there. So he needs to just go off, cool off, and maybe have another opportunity some other time. But this one has been a scandalous game. And this one thing about having youngsters, they make their errors, and most times it can be very costly for the team they are going up against. So it is Qarabag 2, Chelsea 1 at the end of the first half right there. So second half is coming up. So let us see your predictions. You can drop your prediction on the live chat. What do you think will be the final score of this encounter? Qarabag versus Chelsea Football Club. Will second half will soon kickstart anytime from now. I think tops 5 minutes time or thereabout. And so far, to me, I think that it has been a terrible first half for Chelsea, though they started like a house on fire. And I don't think the fire is strong any longer. I don't think the fire will burn any longer. I think that, yeah, Qarabag deserve to take that lead. They've had the better chances in this encounter. Chelsea just got that goal from the brilliance of Estevao, right there, who was at the right place at the right time, and really, really did justice to the finishing right there in that one. But the rest, it has been really, really a challenging first half for Chelsea Football Club. I seriously hope that Chelsea can really come back all gun blazing this second half and give us something to cheer, at least to enjoy and see more goals in this encounter. So, and we hope Qarabag 2 will also entertain us this second half the way they've done in the first half right there. So we'll go for a quick break. Next up, it will be second half fits.
Hello, welcome to Talk Sports, your home for elite of football insights, big match breakdowns, and viral football debates. I'm your host, Adi Abishego, and today I will be diving into a jam-packed show from Arsenal's incredible defensive rush to shocking Premier League's sacking, ownership dramas, and rising stars lightening up Europe. Let's get into it. Starting with the team everybody's talking about right now, Arsenal. They are the toast to everybody. But before going straight into Arsenal, I also have with me in the studio, Yema together. I will be doing justice to every sporting news around the world. Yeah, mate, good evening. Welcome to Talk Sports.
Shagun. Good evening, viewers. So good to be back.
Yeah, it's always so good to be back on Talk Sports. But before we go into the talk about Arsenal, let's start from the upfront. We saw the news, the trading news about NFF and talking about the money, the grants got from FIFA. We saw the shambles of what they call the stadium built in Binikebi, and we saw the site of the one they said it's ongoing in what's it called in Delta. But
Delta,
$1.2 million, is it good? Is it enough to construct a mini stadium in Nigeria?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it should be. It's not a major, it's just a mini stadium. And it's just a testament to the fact that management, how do we manage these things? How do we go about it? This it's not as if Nigeria's amount is if FIFA, one of the things FIFA does is they actually weigh it. They know how much this things is a worldwide market. You get these materials, they know how much it costs. They know how much that will be enough to build a mini stadium. And I think extras will also be on it for the 1.2 million.
Okay,
And
looking at
see
what the
how it's
pictures of
done.
the stadium we saw at that Benin Kebbi, do you think that stadium was actually worth $1.2 million?
I don't think
Because we
so.
saw the former
don't
NFF president, Majupini, come out to talk, and say that yes, they got 1.1 million, $1.2 million for that stadium as far back as 2020, and the value of $1.2 million, according to him, as of then was merely 400 million naira.
Yeah, viewers, you're welcome back. And to tell you, Fernandez Ganacho de Lap has come on for Chelsea while withdrawing George Greetings and Andre Santos in the middle of the park. Also, the second fixture, Pafos is leading 1-0 against Villarreal in that one. And it looks like these guys are not, a team you can just push aside at the end of the day. So let's see if those substitutions will make a good effect in this encounter so far. And I think that Andre Santos was withdrawn because of that yellow card. Esteval, oh my goodness. We just hope that this is not a serious injury. And the drama right there on the field of play, I'm trying to understand. Esteval tries to cut back, but it looks like he twisted his ankle. And instead of the Kagura player to hold on, he kept pressing, and Luis James had to draw him back to protect his teammate as the captain. And Luis James was like, "What's wrong with you?" You could see the guy on the floor, and you kept on running with the ball. And I think Luis James was right. What was the referee doing? Allowing play when the player was in pain on the field of play. So, but the referee has booked Luis James already. Now another Chelsea player is on a yellow card. Let's just see if he can. And also Silva was booked also for Qarabag. So 2-1 it is. 48 minutes of that encounter. Also 52nd minute in the Pafos Villarreal game. Pafos still leading 1-0. So Adai with the ball right now, still in possession, and a switch play to the right. And Carabao looks more like they're in the driving seat. Looks calm. And currently in dictating the pace of the game right there. And long ball back straight to the goalkeeper. And running down the left, number 44 for Qarabag, and with a cross into the box. And his James clears. Oh, that was a clearance. And that was a hand to the face. And I think that should be a free kick to Chelsea. Yeah, rightfully so. It was a free kick to Chelsea. So Tosin Adarabioyo still with the ball on the 50th minute of that encounter. Sends a long pass. What was Enzo doing right there? Sending a blind pass. So long ball forward. Cucurella brings it down. Finds his teammate João Pedro with the ball right now. Tries to run with the ball down the right. Still with the ball, João Pedro. Returns it back to his James. And Tosin slips. Oh my goodness. My goodness. So Qarabag back in possession of the ball. And Batten comes back. Oh, in the box. And he plays that run. But Tosin had to react and clear that one away from his box. Wow. That could have made it 3-1 and put the game far, far, far beyond Chelsea reach. And Marco Cucurella gets a 1-2. And Qarabag still wins back possession and a cross into the box. And still Qarabag in possession of the ball right there. And trying to make sure they get more goal cushion in this one. They are not showing any respect for Chelsea at all. And Garnacho gets his proper first touch on the ball. And what was that? Still gets it back. And he will shoot! And Garnacho makes it 2-2. Garnacho makes it 2-2. Look at that. Attack down the left. Tries to cross the ball to Estevao, but keeps it and he shoots. And the keeper had no chance. Look at that powerful hit. Yeah, that hit was beautiful. Beautiful hit. Beautiful. Look at that stretch. Oh my goodness. I love that. That was a beautiful hit. And long ball forward for Chelsea again. And that was cleared off for a corner kick. Garnacho looks to be in on the action and looks like a threat. After that first touch that led to that equalizer for Chelsea. So it's come back to Chelsea 2 right now. and it looks like the substitutions are paying off. But into the the ball deflected off Esteva straight to Moises Caicedo, and it's Chelsea back in possession. So Gerardo send it straight to Sanchez. With him send it forward for the run of Liam Delap. Oh! And that was a good attempt by Enzo. He could do better actually. And the goalkeeper saved that one. Wow, wow, wow. So corner kick it is to Chelsea Football Club at the 55th minute of that encounter. And across into the box. Oh, parried out. So Qarabag back in possession. And game on it is. Oh, long ball up. And 56th minute of that encounter is Qarabag to Chelsea 2. Long ball forward by the goalkeeper straight to the middle of the park. And Adai with the ball set it straight to his teammate down the left, who will run in, drops a pass for Duran. But Ato was fouled. Oh. I think Enzo could have just done better there, but I think it was a good attempt at goal. Maybe could have hit it on the first touch, but I think that would be still better. And Garnacho lost possession right there, and possession won back by Chelsea. Joao Pedro drops the pass for Liam Delap. Oh, Liam Delap missed that golden chance. But it was also an offside already, so it wouldn't have counted at the end of the day. So free kick to Qarabag at the 58th minute of that encounter. Caicedo going all out doing the charging. Moises Caicedo set it back to Silva straight to Marco Carella. Marco Carella on the ball, returns it back to Gerardo, straight to Tosin. Tosin finds Luis James, and it's Chelsea trying to build up from defense to attack. And Tosin straight to Moises, finds Luis James, and send the ball forward. João Pedro with the ball. Oh, tries to set a pass, and I think he should have gone on goal straight. I think he should have just gone on target himself. Why not go on target himself than what he did? That was clearance from Mrs. Casedo. My God. Casedo gives everything. Straight to Esteval. Esteval will attack with the ball. Oh, he couldn't beat his marker. And that's a free kick to Qarabag. So, 1 hour of football played already in Baku. It's Chelsea 2, Qarabag 2 at the end of the day. So, ball forward. Chelsea wins back possession via Gerardato. And Enzo Fernandez with the ball right now. Why cut the run of Esteval there? And the substitution is about to happen for Qarabag. The goal scorer is being withdrawn, Leonardo. And Duran is being withdrawn. For Qarabag. And Beramov and Akuzed coming on for the two players right there. So it looks like it's a like for like substitution, attack for attack at the end of the day. So 2-2 it is in that fixture in Baku. 62nd minute of that encounter. Long ball forward. And Tosin with the ball. Set it straight to the goalkeeper. Atto with the ball. Oh my goodness. And Rhys James wins back possession. Straight to Esteval. And Enzo couldn't pick the run of Liam Delap. And Qarabag back in possession. Long ball forward. And Tosin. So far in this encounter, you see that Qarabag looks to be so confident in taking the game to Chelsea. And Chelsea has not really had an answer to that. 63rd minute it is. It's still Qarabag 2, Chelsea 2. And if they could score 2 against Chelsea, who says they can't score more? They've really looked really dangerous on the ball. And Chelsea has not really done justice to, the big name coming to town right there. Oh. Ooh. Akunsade tried that one on goal, but it went agonizingly wide. Look at that one. Wow. It got Sanchez on a full stretch. Right there. Sanchez with the ball straight to Tosin. Tosin straight to Ato. And it's Chelsea trying to build up from defense to attack. Oh, that was a foul on Enzo Fernandez. Oh, and that was a big miss from Nikolai Pepe. The Ivorian lost that golden chance to bring Villarreal back into this game. Look at that chance. Beat his marker and he couldn't put his attempt on target. Look at that. That was close. Liam Delap back to the Chelsea game. Liam Delap straight to Reece James. João Pedro touched off Enzo, but the touch was blocked. Oh my goodness, Chelsea lose possession again. Straight. And Moises Caicedo with the ball. And was dispossessed of that ball straight. Look at that attempt again. Really got Sanchez on a full stretch. And I think that was a good one from the young man, the substitute. His name is Akunsade. And Garnacho straight passed the ball to the opponent. So ball headed out by Tosin. Ato straight to Tosin. And it's Chelsea building up from defense to attack. And he set the ball straight to Enzo. That was really annoying finish from Enzo Fernandez. That was really terrible. But he could have just crossed it into the box, one touch. That was a terrible play by the Chelsea player right there. And Caicedo drops the pass for Reece James, who picked the run of Liam Delap. Liam Delap runs into the box and he shoots. Oh, he could have just timed this run more. At least one touch would have got that attempt on target from Liam Delap. So 78th minute of that encounter in Baku, Qarabag still leading, and still 2 goal apiece. And a cross into the box by Reece James was blocked by the Qarabag player right there. Tosin gets the ball back and will return it back to Ato and straight to Enzo Fernandez, and it looks like a player is down. So the Qarabag player is down right now. So Bonanote has been introduced for João Pedro. So let's see what Bonanote will do in this encounter. Gerardo with the ball right now. Straight to Tosin. Set it up for Estevao, who will run down the right. Estevao with the ball. Cuts into space. And he shoots. Oh, his shot was blocked by the stubborn Qarabag defenders right there. Oh, that was a good attempt. And Chelsea wins back possession. Reece James with the ball. Finds Enzo Fernandez. Plays it in for Jared Ato. And it's Reece James with the ball right now. Estevao plays in Tosin Adarabioyo. Tosin with the ball right here. He finds Reece James on the right. Ball into the ball. Liam Delap touched this one off. Reece James gets to it. Still Reece James with the ball right now. Tries to play in his teammate Estevao, but pass was blocked, intercepted by And the referee says that will be a free kick to Qarabag. So on the 4th minute of that encounter. So it's game on in that one. So let's see how it will go at the end of the day. And Chelsea attacking once again. Play resumes. Esteban with a cross. Still in the box, headed out by the Qarabag player. Tosin heads it up again, but that was a foul from Tosin. Holding on to that Qarabag player. And 75th minute of action, still Qarabag 2, Chelsea 2. Wow. 4 goals already in that fixture. I'm trying to Qarabag at 76th minute of that encounter. And Garnacho, since after getting that goal, hasn't really been in on the action. And for Chelsea to really do something that is necessary, as in taking out 3 points in this game, they need all hands on deck. They need the guys to come to the party. They need to really have them come to the party. So he's then straight to Esteval. Esteval down the right. Runs into the box. And that will be a corner kick to Chelsea. I think Esteval should have released that pass on time. Why take extra touch on it right there? And Garnacho. That was a terrible attempt for Garnacho. He couldn't get his shot on target. And at least for you to attempt that goal, you need to first get your shot on target. So and the car back on the attack right now. And he shoots, but his shot was blocked. And Esteval beats his marker. Still Chelsea attacking. Enzo Fernandez. And he will shoot! Oh, but his shot went agonizingly wide. And it will be a goal kick to Qarabag. Look at that turn by Esteval. Very silky young man. Very sleeky young man. And It's a long ball forward. And there was a collision between the goalkeeper and Marco Carella, and the referee says that will be a free kick to Qarabag. The clock is gradually winding down. Will the spoils be shared in Baku? 80th minute of that encounter it is. And if Chelsea can win this game, Chelsea will be on 9 points. And that will be important in their journey to the Champions League round of 16 or 32. So Sanchez grabs that one. 81st minute of that encounter it is. 9 minutes remaining to regulation time. Wisdom straight to Estevao. Wisdom to Tosin. Oh, Buonanotte tries to pick the run of Enzo, but the ball was cleared right there. Wisdom with the ball right now straight to Estevao. Drops it for the run of Enzo. Enzo, they cross into the box. But cleared off for a corner kick to Chelsea. And Wisdom with the cross into the box. Oh, headed out by the Qarabag player and cleared out of danger zone. And it will be a throw-in to Chelsea at the 82nd minute of that encounter. Estevao with that touch into the box. Oh! Oh, that attempt kept rising. I think he took a deflection. That was why Estevao was complaining that that should have been a corner kick, not a goal kick. Long ball into the middle of the park. Wisdom set the ball forward again, but Medina was there. Set it back to the goalkeeper. Oh, that was an all-time clearance by Moises Caicedo right there. If he wasn't there, maybe it would have been 3-2. Wow. And the goalkeeper serves it straight to Enzo Fernandez. We find Garnacho down the right. Garnacho dribbles straight to the left. Oh, returns it back to Marco Carella. And Buonanotte with the ball right now. We're playing the run of Enzo. Enzo with a pass into the box. Oh. And a cross into the box. But no one. And it will be a corner kick to Chelsea. So corner kick to Chelsea. There's the 50th minute of that counter taken quickly straight to Buonanotte, and he will shoot. Oh my goodness! That was a good attempt. Oh, he just flashed across the face of goal right there. Oh my goodness, that was a good hit. So the Qarabag player beginning to kill off the time to at least maybe secure a valuable point for them in this encounter. And if Chelsea drops points in this one, it will be a terrible and a disastrous outing for the football club so far. Really discouraging our performance. Wow. So 87th minute it is, goal kick and yellow card to the goalkeeper right there for Qarabag for time wasting. Oh, sorry, to Medina, the centre back. Yellow card to Medina, the goalkeeper sends this one out. Headed out by Buonanotte. Estevao with the chase. Long ball forward. And Qarabag will chase and try to get one. And that was an on-time clearance by Gerard Arto in that one. So throwing to Chelsea at the 88th minute of that encounter. So Tosin sends it straight to Estevao, who will try to beat his marker. And look at that chance that Sanchez couldn't convert. It took a deflection of Liam Delap to go off target. Oh my goodness, that was a terrible play right there. Since he came on, I've not really seen. That was a clearance by the Qarabag player right there, and it's 90 minutes already in that one. Let's see how many minutes the referee we had to this one. With James with the ball right here. What is this? So 5 minutes additional time. It will be in that encounter in back one. Casedo now on a yellow card. And Medina sends it forward, but Tosin put a head to it, and that will be a throw-in. So trying to cover back in the second minute. My goodness, that was a close one. Oh my, if not for Sanchez there, Chelsea would have been 3-2 down. And Garnacho with the ball right here. Straight to Moises Caicedo with a chip to Marco Carella, headed it into the box. Estevao. Oh, Garnacho with the bicycle kick. But the goalkeeper saved that one. So Chelsea has a corner kick at the 3rd minute of additional time. Cross into the box. The clearance from Qarabag. And they will attack with the ball right here. And the clearance finally. Enzo Fernandez with the ball. Straight to Marco Carella. Returns it back to Enzo Fernandez, who set it straight for Estevao. Estevao cuts past his marker. The ball was cleared out for a throw-in to Chelsea. And it ended in that one, Pafos 1, Villarreal 0. So Pafos takes all 3 points at home. So 4th minute of additional time, Chelsea still 2-2, and you can't really see the urgency in this Chelsea team that they want to score. Estevao with a cross into the box. Garnacho puts it back into the box. Cucurella wins it, and it's still Chelsea passing across the and Reece James with a cross into the box, but nobody. I think that was a terrible cross from the Chelsea captain at this time. So long ball forward by the Qarabag goalkeeper. Chelsea wins back possession. And anytime from now, the referee and that's the final whistle. It's Qarabag 2, Chelsea 2 at the end of the day. Disappointing one for Chelsea fans. More games is still coming up. Join us later as we we keep you company and more editions of the Pro Watch Along programs to come. My name remains Afolayan Adeyemi. Don't forget, you can only fail if we stop trying. Don't stop trying until your dream becomes a reality that you can touch and feel. Good night and God bless you.